Follow your dreams, they tell you. Dream big, they say. A dream is a wish your heart makes, Cinderella sang. Well, Cinderella and they were full of shit. Because Freddy Krueger, the infamous Springwood Slasher, can kill you in those freaking dreams of yours. Yes, once upon a time, a cruel and vicious child murderer, that's right, child murderer, had horror fans eating out of the palm of his knifed hand because he ruled over the dreamscape and could turn his victims into puppets, pizza toppings, cockroaches, and side-scrolling platformers. Also, let's face it, dude had jokes.
Hey, Danny, better not dream and drive.
Here's why this flame-broiled bro, this charred champ Freddy Krueger, is the greatest movie maniac of all time.
Let's get hard.
After films like Halloween and Friday the 13th spawned an era in the early 80s that was oversaturated with slasher movies, critics, fans, and the puritanical right began bashing the genre for its excessive gore and misogyny. This sparked a sea change in the horror world as the next batch of movie killers were made to be less realistic. They were a bit more heightened and supernatural so as to make people feel a little better about the big body counts. Hell, even Jason Voorhees became a zombie brought back from the dead. In 1984, Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street blended slasher cinema with a touch of morbid magic and dark fantasy, giving us a nightmarish killer who was literally a nightmare, a cruel lunatic who targeted teens while they slept, using his ability to control their dreams to kill them during power naps. The movie was an instant hit, so naturally sequels followed, and indie film studio New Line Cinema would become affectionately known over the years as the house that Freddy built. Of course, New Line would find prestige later by producing Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy and eventually would merge with Warner Brothers Pictures, but its roots reside in the teenage torture business. And, the teenage turtle business.
God, I love being a turtle!
But Freddy Krueger's pervy ensemble was instantly iconic, from his Milady fedora to his off-season holiday sweater to his DIY murder hand, which were ferocious finger blades that he used to lethally boop people. Seriously though, the blade glove was awesome. It's almost unfair how cool it was. It was like, good luck other killers with your dumb regular knives and or farm equipment. Frederick Entertainment Krueger, who was the sinister spawn of a trapped nun and an entire asylum wing full of the criminally insane, terrorized the streets of Springwood, Ohio, offing small children until he was caught razor-handed. Released back into the wild on a technicality, the town's parents decided to form an angry next-door app mob, burning Freddy alive and then continuing on to be, well, kind of terrible parents to the kids they wanted to protect in the first place. Anyhow, after his death by the pissed-off PTA, Freddy was able to draw power from his boogeyman reputation and use it like Willy Wonka, another child murderer, to live inside a world of pure imagination, with his home base being a boiler room and his brand ambassadors being little creepy jump rope kids. Freddy began bumping off the teens of the parents who killed him by invading their dreams and becoming snakes, caterpillars, telephones, televisions, naked chicks trapped in waterbeds, and, I don't know, a guy who specifically didn't need those two fingers. As the films went on, morphing from pure horror into horror comedies, Freddy faced down foes like Nancy Thompson, the Dream Warriors, Alice Johnson, Alice Cooper, his own daughter Maggie, and yes, after like a decade in development, heavy hitter Jason Voorhees. He got Johnny Depp in the sack, gave Patricia Arquette a spring in her step, and even tormented creator Wes Craven and star Heather Langenkamp in quote-unquote real life as a part of 1994's New Nightmare. That's right, can any other horror villain say they got a full meta movie where they were allowed to haunt the set and puncture the prop master? And while silent stalkers like Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees went around being all shy and reserved, Freddy was gonna hit you with his best zingers. By the third film, Freddy was a comedian carefully crafting his tight five, assaulting his victims with twisted versions of their one personality trait and one-liners. Yes, nothing quite beats a confused and frightened teenager being killed in their dreams by an ugly guy they don't know for reasons unexplained and having the last thing they hear be,
"Your big breaking TV."
Or,
"How's this for a wet dream?"
Or,
"Krueger!" "Well, it ain't Dr. Seuss."
And,
"I'll get you, my pretty, and your little soul, too!"
See, that was a good one. Have you ever been dad joked to death? It's not ideal. It's like Inception, but if, you were dreaming and also Jeff Foxworthy is the Grim Reaper.
Hey, you forgot the power glove!
Robert Englund, who played Freddy over the course of 3 decades, except for the 2010 remake where Rorschach played him, and the one-time Kane Hodder played Freddy's glove, created the most memorable movie maniac of all time. The son of 100 maniacs and the biggest fan of 10,000 maniacs. Freddy Krueger is an absolute legend in the scare business. No one looks like him, sounds like him, kills like him, or hits Johnny Depp in the face with a frying pan like him.
Yeah!
What do you think? Is there any movie slasher greater than Freddy? Who? I'll wait. Oh, God, I'm not going to wait all day. Tell us down in the comments. You know who might be a greater movie slasher than Freddy? Michael Myers. And you can watch that video right here. Just don't forget to follow and subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.